You ever sat alone in a dark room, no phone, no noise, just your thoughts? You ever felt that cold hit when you realize time slipped through your hands and you can't get it back? That's the silence of regret. That's the sound of your potential screaming at you because you chose comfort over growth. You chose to scroll instead of grind. You chose to wait instead of move. And now you're wondering where the hours went. I don't care who you are or where you're from. Time doesn't give a damn. Time doesn't pause for your excuses, your trauma, your bad days, your laziness. It doesn't stop for your doubts or your fears or your little voice inside telling you're not good enough. Time is savage. It keeps moving. And if you're not moving with it, you're already losing. You're already falling behind. There's someone out there right now with half your talent, grinding twice as hard, making moves while you're stuck thinking about it. People always say, I'll start tomorrow. I'll wait for the right moment. That's loser talk. There is no perfect moment. You think success waits for your alarm to go off. You think greatness happens when you're ready. Hell no. It shows up when you're suffering, when you're pushing, when you're grinding in the dark with no applause and no comfort. When you're doing the damn work while the rest of the world sleeps. You think you're tired. You think you've had it rough. Welcome to the club. Life's not fair. Pain's not optional. But wasting time, that's on you. You're choosing that. You're choosing average every single time you say, I'll do it later. Every single time you hit snooze, scroll for hours, binge another show, you're feeding the version of you that stays broken, being behind, and been there. I've wasted time. And let me tell you, nothing feels heavier than the weight of your own wasted potential. It haunts you, it eats at you. But the good news, that version of you doesn't have to win. You can flip the switch right now. You can decide today you're done letting time slip through your fingers like sand. You can get ruthless, get focused, get real. Because greatness isn't some mystical force. It's not reserved for the lucky or the gifted. It's built in blood, sweat, and time. And if you're not willing to fight for every damn second to be, and then don't cry when the results don't show up, the clock's ticking whether you like it or not. So stop wasting time. You think time cares about your feelings. You think it waits for you to get motivated. Time is a cold killer. It moves whether you're ready or not. While you're sitting there complaining about how tired you are, how things didn't go your way, how life's unfair, the clock is still ticking. Every second that passes a second you'll never get back. Gone. Dead. And that's the brutal truth most people run from. They hide in distraction. They numb themselves with comfort, hoping somehow life will slow down and give them a break. But it won't. But time doesn't care if you're broken. It doesn't stop because you had a bad childhood or a rough day. It doesn't pause because you feel lost or insecure. While you're stalling, life is sprinting past you. And if you don't get your ass up and move with it, you're going to wake up one day wondering where your whole damn life went. That's the silence that breaks people the moment they realize they traded their dreams for nothing. Time gave them a shot and they wasted it. Don't let that be you. You want to know what real pain feels like? It's not the burn in your legs after 100 miles. It's not the sting of failure or the pressure of pushing past your limits. No, real pain is waking up years from now, looking in the mirror and realizing you wasted it all, that you had time and you pissed it away. That's the kind of pain that doesn't go away. It sticks to you. It eats at your soul because you can't rewind the clock. You can't buy back the hours you spent doing nothing, being nothing. You had potential and you blew it. That's regret. And I felt it. I've lived it. It's a poison that seeps in slow and kills you loud. In that pain, it screams in your head every night, reminding you of who you could have been if you just showed up when it was hard, when it was inconvenient, when no one was watching. So don't tell me discipline hurts. Tell me it's hard to stay focused. What's hard is living with yourself when you know you chose the easy road every damn time. Comfort is the killer, man. It's the most dangerous drug out there and most people are addicted to it without even knowing. Your bed's too soft, your schedule's too easy, your goals don't scare you enough. You keep chasing what feels good, what feels safe, and you wonder why you're stuck. Let me tell you why. You're not suffering enough. You're not bleeding for what you say you want. You've built a life around avoiding pain, but the truth is growth lives in the pain. That's where you find out who the hell you really are. But most people don't want that. They want the illusion of progress without the grind. They want to stay warm, stay dry, stay comfortable. And guess what? That's why they stay average. You don't get stronger by avoiding discomfort. You get stronger by walking straight into it and owning it. You don't level up by staying in the damn comfort zone. You escape it, you break it, you burn it to the ground. Every time you pick easy over hard, you're building a weaker version of yourself. You're training yourself to quit. Comfort never made anyone unstoppable. You want to be uncommon. You better get real comfortable being uncomfortable every single day. You keep saying, I'll start when I'm ready. Let me tell you something, you're never going to be ready. There's no magical day coming where fear disappears, where you wake up perfectly motivated, where the stars align and say, now it's time, it's fantasy. That's weakness talking. The world doesn't hand you perfect conditions. It throws Cheetos at you. It throws pain, failure, doubt. And if you're sitting around waiting for the perfect moment, guess what? You're already losing. Winners don't wait, they move. They act in the chaos and the fear and the uncertainty that you think the battlefield of life waits for your shoes and the tie and get in the mood. Hell no. You show up or you get run over, period. Every time you delay, every time you say not today, you train yourself to hesitate, to stall, to second guess. And that's how you build a life full of regret. The perfect time is a lie. The only real time is right now. This second, while your mind's screaming at you to stop, to wait, to rest, you shut it down, you move anyway. That's how you take control. That's how you build grit, and you stop waiting and you start earning. While you're hitting snooze, someone else is already up grinding. While you're debating whether to get started, someone with half your talent is out there putting in double the work. And they're passing you quietly, aggressively, relentlessly. That's the truth people don't want to face. Talent doesn't mean shit without effort. Potential is worthless if it's just sitting there while someone else is turning theirs into results. There's a savage out there who doesn't care how gifted you are, how smart you are, how many followers you've got. They only care about outworking you, and they will. Because while you're scrolling, they're sweating. While you're talking, they're training. While you're comfortable, they're suffering. That's the difference. You think success shows up because you're special. It shows up for the one who stayed up later, who went longer, who got up earlier. The one who showed up when it sucked. You're not in competition with other people's talent. You're in competition with their grind. So ask yourself, right now, are you outworking the version of you that wants to beat you? Or are you getting beat by someone who simply wants it more? Every excuse you make is just you cutting your own throat. You dress it up like logic, like, I'm tired, I need a break, or I'll start tomorrow. But deep down, you know what it is. It's fear. It's weakness. It's your inner coward looking for a way out. And every time you listen to it, every time you let that voice win, you're killing your own progress. You're feeding the version of you that stays stuck, soft, and full of regret. People say, I don't have time. Bullshit. You have the same 24 hours as the savage that's running past you. And you just choose to waste yours. You choose comfort. You choose the easy road. And then you keep choosing it over and over, hoping somehow you'll still get the results of a beast. That's not how it works. Excuses are lies you tell yourself to avoid facing the truth that you don't want it bad enough. Because if you did, nothing would stop you. Not pain, not fatigue, not failure, not fear. The second you start getting honest about that, the second you stop lying to yourself about why you're not moving, you'll realize it was never life holding you back. It was always you. You want greatness, then be ready to suffer for it every damn day. Not once, not when it's convenient, not when you feel like it. Every single day when it's cold, when it's dark, when your body's shot and your mind is begging you to quit. That's when greatness is forged. People think success is some highlight reel. They see the medals, the money, the praise, but they don't see the grind in the shadows. They don't see the lonely mornings, hours of silence, the pain, the sacrifice, the failure. Greatness is ugly, it's raw. It's relentless. It demands everything from you and gives nothing back unless you earn it. You got to bleed for it. You got to give up comfort, distractions, ego, all of it. Most people aren't willing to pay that price. And that's why most people never make it. They quit when it gets hard. They tap out when no one's watching. But the real ones, they keep going. No cameras no applause, just brutal, unforgiving work. That's where the elite separate from the average. So don't talk to me about what you want. Show me what you're willing to suffer for, because that's the only way this game is won. You think pain is what you feel in the gym. You think it's the burn in your lungs or the soreness in your legs. That's nothing. That's surface level. The real pain, the kind that sticks with you for life, is knowing deep down that you had more to give and you didn't. That you had time, talent, and chances and you chose to waste them. That you had the shot to be a savage, to be uncommon, and you stayed comfortable instead. That pain doesn't go away. It follows you. It crawls into your head at height and reminds you of every moment you gave up, every shortcut you took, every excuse you clung to instead of doing the work. That's the kind of pain that breaks people, man, because you can't undo it. You can't rewind time. You can't go back and outwork the days you spent slacking. The weight of wasted potential. It's heavier than any barbell, any ruck, any burden you carry in training. It crushes your spirit. And the longer you ignore it, the louder it gets. You want to avoid that pain. Then stop wasting time. Stop taking days off from being who you said you wanted to become. Because one day you'll wake up and the mirror won't lie. You'll either see a savage who paid the price or a coward who let time run the game. Here's the truth. No one wants to. Hard change isn't a gift. It's a choice. You don't have to wait for some sign from the universe or lightning bolt of motivation. You can flip the switch right now, this second, and decide to stop being a victim of your own excuses. The power to take control of your time, your life, your future. It's in your hands, but you got to want it so bad it burns in your chest. You got to get uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, because the moment you decide to quit wasting time, you're stepping into a battlefield. You're declaring war on your weaknesses, your fears, your past, and that fight doesn't end after one day or 1 week. It's forever. But every second you commit, every choice you make to push harder, to suffer longer, to outwork your doubts, you build a new you, a stronger you. Given The one who doesn't give up, the one who's not controlled by time, but controls time. So don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for some perfect moment. That moment is a lie. The moment is now. Take it. Own it. Become it. And then the time is the one you can never get back. It's once gone, it's gone forever. You can make money, lose money, gain friends, lose friends, but you can't buy a second more of your life. Every moment you waste is a piece of your future stolen, a chance you let slip through your fingers because you weren't ruthless enough to grab it. People act like they have all the time in the world, being that like they can keep hitting snooze on their dreams like tomorrow's another shot. But that's bullshit. Tomorrow's not promised to anyone. The clock's ticking down right now, whether you're awake and fighting or asleep and dreaming. And when you waste time, you're basically saying, I don't care about my life. I don't care about who I could be. That's the cold, ugly truth. If you want to live a life that's rare, a life that counts, you got to start treating time like the most valuable asset on because it is. You got to be savage with it, protect it, use it to build yourself, to push past pain, to chase the impossible. Because once time's gone, you only get what you earn. So what are you going to do? Keep wasting it or get after it